Like right now, so that is in front of our camp right now. We communicate, we can pull our back. After that, we're gonna do an interview, we're gonna chop it up. That's communication. Right. So now, when you're asking,
I'm sorry, I mean.
if you're saying what I have a conversation with a gay person, yeah, I have conversations with gay people all the time.
Hold up, brother. Brother, hold up here for a minute. Look, let them see that hump. Let them see that hump. Let them see what you represent here, brother.
Don't mention that uncle because that's a rod and the vagina on his head.
Let them know what that hump is. See, they don't know.
Don't do that.
They don't know. They have no
Rod and
understanding.
vagina. That rod, that uncle is a rod and a vagina. I'm not putting a dick on my neck. I'm not putting a penis on my neck.
The hump is a symbol of life, brother.
Why is it a rod and a penis? Because it's about sexual deviance.
Right.
You don't have to wear a rod and a penis. You know how you have a symbol of life? You stop doing things that end life.
That's right.
That's how you have a symbol of life. Stop being a drug dealer, stop being a murderer, stop being a thief, stop being a life. Nope. Now I know you're about life. Like before I came in here and became an Israelite, I was not about life.
So let me ask you a question. Where is the woman in creation? Because you got Jesus sitting at the Last Supper with 12 homosexuals around him. Where's the women? Where's the women at in your Bible?
Where's the woman at right here? Hold on. I'm going to answer your question very simple.
Where's the woman in your Bible?
Who you say that was, sis? Who you say that was? Even she knows that's not Jesus.
Right.
So the homosexual, you call homosexual, even the sister knows that's not Jesus.
That's right.
That's a homosexual, but that's not, is that the right time?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Don't be emotional. Yeah, bro.
Homosexuals all in your Bible. David and Jonathan.
They're not, wait, let's answer your question.
David and Jonathan.
Okay, are you talking about David and Jonathan or where the women are? Which one?
Where's the women at in your
Okay.
Bible?
Where do you see where are the women at? You mentioned Jesus and his disciples sitting together, right? Where are the women at right now? Right now in front. Where are the women? But do we have women? You know we have women, right? This is called warfare. So when we out doing the work of the Lord, you don't have the woman because the woman isn't there. Imagine us going back and forth and somebody hears something and they want to attack. I just put up the video where I pump the light on the street. Can you imagine my wife was out there?
That's right.
So now, when you say where women at in the Bible, our women are important in the Bible. When Sarah told Abraham to get rid of his son, did God say listen to Abraham or God say listen to Sarah? No, he did not. He said listen to Sarah. When you talk to the little woman, the Bible don't do that. But Deborah called a judge and prophetess in the Bible, yes or no? Okay, so our women do great things, but you know what the women in the Bible never wanted to be? They never wanted to be over the man. They wanted to assist that man. So even when Deborah got the prophecy, she didn't say, let me go fulfill the prophecy. She went and got a man to fulfill that prophecy because we work hand in hand. And ISUPK, we don't have gender competition. We don't have gender balance. You got a question? Yahweh. In the English, I might say Jehovah, you might hear Yahweh, but in ancient Hebrew, his name is Yahweh. He's high. The unk is a rod and a vagina. Joined together. Yeah, that the same two that made the unk made that. So you believe in symbology, you believe in that. So that nigga nothing in his mouth, right there. They call it oral fellatio. In their writings, he said, I poured seed in my mouth and brought forth creation. You believe in that? You just said you believe in symbology. You can't pick and choose. Let me tell you what we gotta do. You ever heard of this term? You ever heard of the term tunnel vision? Tunnel vision is like this is nothing. This is what's in the tunnel. That's how black people got it. Closed minded is nothing, and that's how we got it. Because when you said you accept the unk, and I told you they did, you want to accept that. And I want you to because this is gay. You don't look at the unk as gay. There's nothing in this Bible. There's nothing. But there's nothing in this. There's nothing in this Bible, from Genesis to Revelation, that I don't have to turn this and find this. You're not going to read a verse and I'm going to say, no, I'm going to read it. You're not going to read a verse and say, no, it's coming. So if you follow any portion that God thinking 100%, and it just might not be something that's following.
Hallelujah.
So you say, so give me the vision, right? So you open up the Bible and you read the Bible, you don't understand it, right? What about with this? So you keep the laws of God.
Nobody keeps the law. Nobody keeps the law.
I want to read this for you first. You said you read the Bible, you don't get to understand. I'm going to read this verse for you. Read the verse. Hebrews 5.
Nobody.
We follow him. I don't break the laws of God. Give me the law of God that I'm not. Give me the law. Give me the law of God that we cannot keep. Give me one law God gave us that we cannot keep. And let me tell you something. That's Christianity. Now, so that's not a Christian, but that's a Christian concept to believe that we can't keep God's laws. You know why? Because the Christian church taught you that God's law was better way. Good. Give me that.
Aisha, where the stand go? Oh, it's back there. It's back. That's it. Never mind.
Let's say if we had to stone a homosexual, how would we know they were homosexual? No, you can't stone them just by them walking down the street. What would you heard? It says the law says mankind shall not lie with mankind. So now, how would I know if he's a homosexual? What if I see it? What if I say, no, that, see, what you talk about is the visual. I agree with you. But is that enough for me to stone him?
Second.
No, it's not. But the law says you can't lie with mankind. What if he says, I'm not lying with the man? No. He's not. What if he says, I'm not lying with the man? But let me finish answering the question. If you want to stone a homosexual, you have to catch them in the act. And I don't know if that's an act I want to see. I don't want to catch homosexuals. I don't want to catch two men in the homosexual act. Well, a man can say, I have not committed the act. He can be dressed effeminate. But he might not. I ain't see it. Oh, let me tell you about your prayer. You got 50.
Proverbs chapter 28, verse 9. He that turneth away his ear from hearing the law.
Hearing is not just reading, it's doing. If you hear the law, you have to do it. If you don't hear the law and you don't keep the law, read.
Even his prayer shall be abomination.
Prayer is an abomination. You don't need to pray. That's what made the Christian church so dangerous. You're not hearing your prayer. You're not hearing none of your prayers. You're not hearing prayers. Your prayers. Who you praying? He said to you, you pray and say, who God? He said, oh God. You're not praying to nobody. You praying to your own mind. Now you talking to yourself. You got Hebrews 5:12? Read it.
But the Hebrews chapter 5, verse 12. For when the time ye ought to be teachers, we have need that one teach you again.
That's why you don't understand the Bible. None of us can open up the book. When it comes to the Bible, the one thing about the Bible that people don't understand is that your understanding can only come from the Most High. It doesn't come, like, if you go to study for law, all your understanding comes from that book. If you go to study for being a doctor, all your understanding comes from whatever doctor book. Banking, whatever profession you have on the planet is a man-made book. This is not a man-made book. Because this book, you said what? Meditating to a false deity is like the same position. So now, when it comes to understanding this book, a lot of people have the Bible. If I took all these people in Harlem, I said, what does Jesus look like? They're going to say this guy right here. We agree, right? So you said they're going to say he don't look like that? So I will bring a witness. So I know when you did that video of is this the Jesus, did they say yes or no? All right.
Yes.
Because this is what we believe. That's not not in the Bible. So your understanding can't come from what man told you. Your understanding has to come from what God gives you. You understand? You need anything else? You got any other questions? Sean, you got a question?
Hebrews 11, real quick, man.